country. They dumped them, giving them little monies, 500,000, 1 million shillings, but these people had been badly beaten because of your arrest in Luuka on the 18th and 19th of November. Amidst us, with the style of General Museveni, the rebel style of General Museveni, they have done the same. On Friday last week, they threw in Nakawa Mr. Busuulwa because he was allegedly a supporter of NUP, and they dumped him there. Others who have been dumped have died, but this one is still surviving and needs a lot of prayers. Just imagine a state of thugs that descends on Ugandans and puts them in that state. He is in a very bad state. He's going to just use a second or two if he can catch his breath. But we wanted to show the world how much sinful dictator Museveni is. I don't know whether Mr. Busuulwa will be able to say something. Mr. Busuulwa, jakutumula side ere wali camera. So this is General Museveni and his son. we shall end there, and bamusalawa ne Chambe ne Mutwe ne Kutama, but we shall follow up. They can rush in back to. Yasin Busuulwa. The highlight of Yasin Busuulwa's conversation has been he was tortured, but the most important thing is that he was given a special message to deliver to His Excellency Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, and all of us have heard that message. The message is clear that this country is not for Uganda, and that you, Mr. Kyagulanyi, you will not take this country on a silver plate, and that for them they poured blood. I wonder whether that one who was cutting him is the one who poured his blood, but they poured blood, and therefore things will not come on a silver platter. And I want to tell the torturers that we have got that message. Thank you very much. It has been received and it has been delivered humbly. There is also, Mr. President, a Mr. Okware Vincent. He's now in Naguru Hospital, but he's not even functioning well in mind. He has been psychologically extremely tortured, and the Secretary General has the report fully. Mr. President, without wasting any more time, let me invite straight away our Northern Region coordinator to come and quickly take us through introducing the different people who he has led this morning.
People power, our power, people power, our power. When we see and observe such scenes in this country, maybe there are answers to the war in northern Uganda that lasted over 20 years. Maybe we can now get answers of actually who the actual perpetrators of that war were. For sure, just as night falls, so does the sun rise at the end of the day or early in the morning. The North shall rise with the rest of this country, and in the new Uganda, we shall ensure that the perpetrators are brought to book. People power, our power. People power. There's been a lot of background noise, and yet in our strength, we keep convincing the masses. The masses keep joining us. His Excellency the President, Secretary General, National Secretary for Mobilization, spokesperson, my colleagues, the deputies from the different respective regions. Today, I'd like to introduce to you my dignitary from Northern Uganda. First, I'll introduce my colleagues, the coordinators with whom we have been mobilizing in the region. Just mention your name, then you rise up and wave and move forward to the front. Brian J. Mungu, Gulu City. Mama Winnie Okidi, aka Min Lafon, from Agago. Odakanyero Walter, from Omoro District. Onenta George, from Pade District. Adonyo Michael, the Lao Regional Coordinator, Lao Coordinator, Adonyo Michael. Atia Simon, from Kotido, Karamoja Sub-Region. Kizito Kebur, from West Nile, Alur Belt. Ogwan Calvin, from Abim, Karamoja Sub-Region. Ramto Flavia, Omoro District, Acholi Sub-Region. Akena Joffrey, Agago Kalon Town Council, Acholi Sub-Region. When they keep advancing the propaganda that NUP is a Uganda thing, that NUP cannot go beyond Nuero, numbers do not lie. And our resolve as a generation is to break and destroy all tenets of tribalism in this country. Thank you. Because of the efforts of our team, that has been able to spread the message of change to the people in Northern Region. With us is a team that today we are baptizing. I'll introduce them and then I'll let the ceremony proceed with baptizing them into the National Unity Platform. This is the team that it was, aka the Team Tara. I think you remember Team Tara. That was NRM then. Today they will acquire a new name and a new identity in the new Uganda. This team is led by Auma Caroline, who is the team leader, and she was team leader Team Tara, Northern Region. Kindly move forward. Ochan Raymond from Kitgum Municipality. Ochaya Francis, Lamour District, from where the Indai Hillary One comes from. We are uprooting the regime from all angles of this country. Akena Joffrey, Agago District. Onen Francis, Kitgum District. Apila Thomas, Kitgum District. Hope Mary, Nyadri, Zombo District. Kadogo, Akibaru, Yumbe District. Adrico, Gilbert Ejibu, Magi Okolo. Druti, Dennis Felix from Maracha. Natu Simon, Arua City. Yotre John from Arua City. His Excellency, that is the force from Northern Uganda. With that, Tutwa Yomi Uganda. Team Ametu Anyangu. Nick Kiet Moiken. Alara Ubeti Uganda. Merofoil Luotwa Mao Titkeji Tunkmarmi Uganda. Minani Alara Ubeti Uganda. Jomogo Waini NUP Uganda Ken Manjo Job Uganda Kejon I Tung La Nam Tunkuja NUP or Rioka Wayne Tioka Wayne Uganda vote Uganda Wayne. See Community Autieni Otika Nyoli Manyan NUP Mago Titunkuja Ameti Ajol Mego Auma Caroline. Team leader, Team Tara. Now we are mobilizing the NRM to Malmi Uganda. They were swapping on. He wants to give us the reasons as to why she thinks NUP is the best alternative for Uganda. You're welcome. Okay. Let me translate.
Ania Uma Caroline.
My name is Auma Caroline.
Hello, district Yaradek. We are chill.
I'm in charge of 31 districts in Northern
Chapter Lira.
From Lira,
Choli
Sub-Region, Lao Sub-Region. We are reason as to why Museveni went through in the region, but they threw us like used condoms after the campaign.
Because of promise one, promise Madwo.
They made so many false and empty promises.
And after that, you know more can
And after that, none of those were fulfilled.
And district ma Yaradek we are chill. When I work again, Mamela.
And of all those 31 districts, we toiled with the team.
And
And he has always been claiming that he wants to meet me.
Yana jome surrounding and pagiye.
But the people around him would not allow me to.
Yana wani konye pe mi tikinga pumo mapi mi aro watege latit mamege.
Then I decided that I cannot continue working with someone who does not fulfill their words and promises.
Then I decided maybe you're not joining one.
Then I decided to join the National Unity Platform.
I take it down almost 1,000 people.
I'm team leader. This is representation by a team of over 1,000 in the region.
I'm a simple, just easy.
And as you can see, I'm a simple woman from a humble background.
I'm
not proud.
And
that is how I live my life. Thank you. That's all I have to say.
I think Simon from Arua.
Major Simon. I want to welcome Simon from Arua to say one, just one word.
Arua oye, Arua City oye, National Youth Platform oye. I am called enough Simon. I am the male youth councillor Arua City. Although I came as an independent candidate, but the struggle was not easy. I came as independent, but I worked for NLM for a good years. We really worked hard, and I was coordinating West Nile. And I was given 2 opportunities. I also worked as presidential voters protection. We were actually in charge of polling agents during the election. And after using us, they threw us out, like as my sister said. And to me, we are really tired. For me, we are tired of that. We are moving forward. We have seen that there's future in Loop. So I think in 2026, I promise you I will be the mayor of Arua City, flying this flag of National Unity Platform. So this is the only small thing that I can put forward. And I did not come alone. I came with a team of coordinators from West Nile, actually, that have been introduced here. And when it comes to using strategies to mobilize votes, don't doubt us. We have not just come here to lie to people. We have come with our 2 legs here, and we are going to work together with people to make sure that we throw this government. Thank you very much.
Can you give us a brief of, since you are in charge of the presidential election brigade, can you tell us what exactly you are protecting?
Actually, we are basically protecting polling agents, and in each polling agent there were two people in each polling session, and they were given. I think we are in charge of distributing money to them for their land and transport. That's what they call. So I think to me, I'm tired of that. I'm moving forward with you people. If you come to Arua, don't hesitate to look for me. Don't hesitate to call me. I'll be on you. I'll be able to help you where necessary. Thank you very much. Any employer, together we shall win. Come 2026.
I think we can now take our seats.
Let's have a picture. Let's have a picture here. The only issue here, my brother, the independent councillor, for us, we are not chasing 2026. And maybe after the picture, I will request some 2 other people to say something. Let us first have the picture. Leader of Team Tara, I see you. People power, our power, NUP, everywhere. Thank you very much. Adonyu, come and I tell you the story. And Mr. Mungu, Honorable Mungu, come. I have just told Honorable Mungu here that I love his English. Whether it is complaining or criticizing, I always like the English he's always writing. Now you speak the English.
People power, our power. Won't you my northern Uganda? Why need people power? Ugambe kumera. Why NUP? Why the Kawen? NUP. Kawen. Now, Your Excellency, the SG, our National Secretary for Mobilization, Chairman Nyanzi, and all comrades, all protocol observed, good afternoon. And by names, Honorable Mungu Brian, former parliamentary candidate for Badegila Ibi, and this is how I look. Hallelujah. I want to take this opportunity to say only one thing, which will lead to another. Hallelujah. Your Excellency, before I go further, let me say thank you for opening the eyes of the youth of Uganda. Up until now, we wouldn't have known the docile leadership that was sleeping in us. I didn't know I'm a parliamentary candidate sleeping in me, imagine. Until you came, you opened our eyes, just like very many others in Uganda. You have shown us what it is to stand and speak for what you feel is right. Like that man said, the only thing necessary for evil to triumph is for good men like you and I, and all those ones watching in the media, to remain quiet in a situation of injustice. Thank you for opening our eyes. Your Excellency, let me also take this opportunity to counter some allegations that came from the northern Uganda. I am from northern Uganda, and all the people you saw here, they are from northern Uganda. Me, I'm only brown, but I'm from northern Uganda. Okay? This comes to counter the allegation from the Acholi parliamentary group. Comrades in the struggle, I want to categorically state it clear that not all who subscribes to the Acholi parliamentary group could make such absurd statement. We have some sane, sober-minded senior parliamentarians who really desist from making such statements, and they were not a part of the mafias who went and made such statements. These people who made the statement made it, I don't know, under some veranda, but that does not in any way depict the interest of the Acholi people. They should desist from calling the entire Acholi as a tribe, mixing it with their double-dealing kind of politics. Your Excellency, I am a Northern Ugandan, being a parliamentary candidate in 2021. We saw how the regime financed some of their campaign. They did not have all the money to finance all those campaigns. The regime and the First Family financed their campaign, and so they are doing this as accountability for the funds they received for their campaign, which is a total nonsense in the eyes of Acholi people. And as the generational leader in the Acholi community, we demand for an apology from the 2 or 3 newcomers in parliament who think they could use the name Acholi in their deal-cutting kind of politics. We shall not accept that, Mr. President. I want time. I want to end here. I do not have a lot to say. And our members who just joined us right now, we welcome you. Let us go and fight for the good governance that we want, and we see NUP can be the only one to take us into the promised land. I thank you, Mr. President.
I already told you that I like his English. I've not heard the Acholi. Come and I hear the Acholi just in 2 minutes.
Acholi weing mati kunu kamutika winywaye wachunguru kara chel chala choli mikwero lakit politics money michudu each padarma gubiru ka wanyulok makundi picking kuma choli weing ni mana choli NUP bobe ngolo karumba iranga NUP di party ma ujone document ngeyu benepire dog ibero mu a koni piana inde din madagi gangi ibiri dog kanyi di lok pia chuli kulu machalo kaga kun ildi ka lok mi gengonge chete ma ine game ka mi pito kui wan machalo chuli puwa biye mano lo kata ta. That is President. Northern Uganda is open for NUP and all comrades who are change seeking. One from Northern Uganda, Wamiru and this is the time. You cannot stop an idea whose time has come. This is the time, Your President. Thank you.
Honorable Mungu, oye! Honorable Mungu, power! Hey, thank you very much. I am humbled that I've met you. You can go and still get a handshake from the president. This other small man, Mr. President, the first time I met him, he was in prison. And that is the time when we were doing the consultations in Lira. We had moved with him, and he had done a lot of mobilizing in Lira. And when we reached Lira, the only thing they could do was to have him arrested and the team that was advanced there. And they turned our materials as arsenal for them to make a statement. And I want to thank him publicly that he has gone through a lot, but he's still with us despite his size and weight. His weight speaks volumes to the people of Lira because of his capabilities to mobilize. And I want to give you this opportunity to say something.
Good afternoon, comrades. NUP. Everywhere. Everywhere. NUP. They always say NUP is only in Uganda, but whenever we are back home there, we make sure we translate the song that we always sing together. You people always say NUP is our party, but then for us we turned it into our language and it goes like NUP. Enaye pate, NUP, enaye pate, Chagulani, enaye president, Chagulani, enaye president, Umbrella, enaye symbol, umbrella, enaye alama. The symbol is called alama. I want to thank everyone in their capacities. I want to thank the President for giving me this opportunity to represent you in the North. I want to thank the Secretary General. And above all, I want to thank God for keeping all of us alive. It's very important that we are all gathering here today. Some of our friends have not been able to come. We know what has happened to them. Others are in prison. Others were killed. But regardless, we move. I'm called Adonyo Michael. I'm the regional coordinator for Lango sub-region. I've been doing a lot of work for the president. This is the calling. We all do it voluntarily. I've come with some comrades of mine. I've come with the guild president from UCI. I've also come with a guild representative from Lira University. They can come in front here for a recognition. So this is the testimony that NUP or NUP is not only in Uganda. We are doing work and we are working. So with me here is Mr. Junior, our guild president for UCI, that is Uganda Christian Institute for Development. With me here is Daniel Ojong, a representative from Lira University. So this is a testimony to all of us here that We are working. We don't want to wait for 2026 to remove the dictator, but rather we have to prepare ourselves now. The party came into a short notice. You see, all of us towards 2021, we are not all that ready, but now we have a lot of time to rebuild. I want to echo more on the point of Mr. Justice. We really need to build on our structures. We still have a problem with the structures, so if we can do that, trust me, we don't have to even wait for 2026. Thank you so much. Thank you for welcoming us home. This is our home. Thank you. Comrade is saying I should speak some language. Ami tachak motu jo dusha yai tukumalume Uganda. Anya Adonyo Michael Aberu coordinator pa NUP party. Ilera. Ami tupoyo jo ducha mo binutin melo here. Me yai NRM. Tedwo botwa. Pire te totwa kai me de uniko mwakitu. Niyo wadam buhu ke de tek chunyi. Jo kene kara jota be pologi. Isai du kene cha bibinu botwa dan. Anami tapuo atako buni be bunu pashu man pashu ene. Kai mi tunu kin no ara one president wa be beru one president kicha kai mi tunenno to jo be genga ke apo yu.
Thank you very much. Yes, Timina, you can get closer this side. Do you understand? I thought you would not get the language, but I'm humbled. You can get it. Mr. President, Amidi Stars is a team. Even Timina here has roots of Acholi. She's a CEO, not so? Wasiki. She has some roots from Acholi. We have a team from Teso region, headed by our coordinator. Please come and say those words with the entire team. Can I have that entire entourage from Teso come forward?
People power, our power.
Arnold Emachu is my name, Honorable. I'm a former aspirant, Soroti City East constituency under Loop ticket. Your Excellency, the President of National Unity Platform, the Secretary General, the Head Mobilization, and Loop leadership at large, protocol observed. Your Excellency, the President of National Unity Platform, I bring you greetings from Teso sub-region. Yoga Kere. Your Excellency, we want to thank you for having come to attend a burial of our tribal leader, Papa Emorbor Augustine Osubani. I would like to begin
I was telling Comrade Wise not to mind about the umbrella. I just spoke to the sun, and it's people power, our power, NUP, and everywhere. Kindly resume your seats, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, today is yet another motivating day, another inspiring day, another reason for us to fight on. I want, with the greatest honor, to welcome all of you, brothers and sisters. It is very special for me to welcome you, comrades, and leaders from northern Uganda. Please clap for yourselves. We always say we see people by their own actions. But again, I want to emphasize that and say action will always speak. There's been a lot of propaganda, certainly state-sponsored propaganda. There's been a lot of negative talk, in particular tribal talk. There's been many efforts geared to creating division, tribal division. We refused to give it attention. We refused to push it. I'm very, very glad that we've had firm voices from northern Uganda today. I didn't want Comrade Mungu to stop talking. Unfortunately, he stopped because of time. I did not want Comrade Adonyo to stop talking. And I salute you, Comrade Iyek Gerard, and all the leaders from northern Uganda. It's always important for us to hear from you other than to speak for you, even when we speak with the same voice. And I'm very glad that the nation has heard from you. It has been Museveni's effort all the time. It is his tactic to create division among the oppressed people. With all the oppression that Museveni has done in northern Uganda, with the genocide that was sponsored and perpetrated by him in northern Uganda for decades, he has, like the former Russian dictator Joseph Stalin, who spoke to his supporters that the best way to subdue people and make them follow your will is to oppress them and oppress them some more, and then be the only source of their meal. He stripped a chicken, removed all its feathers, but in pain, the chicken had to follow him because he's the only one who could throw crumbs at him. That is what he has done to many regions, including northern Uganda. It is very heartbreaking to see the same people that used to speak in the interests of northern Uganda, and of course, by extension, the interests of all oppressed people in Uganda. The people that used to speak against Museveni's oppression in northern Uganda are being used to support Museveni's oppression in northern Uganda. So I'm very, very glad to see you, comrades, standing firm and standing for what you believe in. I salute you and I welcome you. It's in the same breath that I want to also welcome those that are seeing the light and taking the side of the people, leaving the side of the oppressor. Comrades, we welcome you. Like you, many of us did not see the light until it was almost too late. I am like you. Once upon a time, it only mattered about my music and about my personal well-being, until I saw that I can't be free until all of us are free. It was long overdue, ladies and gentlemen. Those that were used by Museveni in 2001 and were not used by Museveni in 2016, it was good. Those that were used by Museveni in 2016 are not used by Museveni in 2021, we salute them. And those that were used by Museveni yesterday but are not used by Museveni today, we salute you. At least that is a good step to the right direction. But I'll speak more to that later. I want to welcome comrades from Teso. We welcome you, friends. When I'm in Teso, my name is Elakona. And ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, now you're hearing not from Chagulanyi, not from Bobby Wine, but from Elakona. We welcome you to the head office of the National Unity Platform and thank you for making time. I want to salute you, my sister Asio. I want to salute you, my brother Imachu. I want to salute all of you, ladies and gentlemen. I saw Uchaila Pwezi. Salutations to you, my brother, and all of you leaders from Teso. Of course, we continue to condole with you over the loss of the Mori Mori, but we know that it's the Lord that gives and it's the Lord that takes away. May his name continue to be glorified. I want to salute Their Excellencies, the Guild Presidents from all over Uganda. You are such a pillar. You represent the new generation. Many of us are growing very fast. Just yesterday I was a young man, but I can no longer call myself a young man today. But to always say it, I'm an example that Museveni came when I was only 4 years, but now I am 40. It's just yesterday when I was just like you, and look where I am. Museveni has stolen away my entire youthful years. And the same has happened to all those in my generation. So this is a fight that you must embrace with both your hands and legs. I salute you because at your age, many of us were still eye closed. But now you are all awakened at the right age. And like Dr. Martin Luther King told us, the time is always right to do what is right. So everything has to be done by now. I want to borrow the words of my brother Bwambale, who we like to call Western Prince. He said it's not about 2026, it's about now. Every year that Museveni spends on top of our country, we sink 5 years down. Every month that he spends ruling over us, we go back 5 times behind. So, we are already running behind schedule. We must remove Museveni, and we must remove. The best time to remove him is yesterday. The second best time is today. So let's not think about 2026 or any time, but let's think about now. Whatever we do, let's make sure we reduce his influence. Let's make sure we weaken the dictator. And sooner or later, we will be able to live in a free Uganda, free of Museveni. We've seen torture victims here. We don't, at least not yet. We are not violent. Our biggest resource is the truth. So by exposing the truth unfiltered, unedited, we are damaging the regime, and we should continue doing that. That is why we continue to expose from you. The only difference from us is that he's too old. He's not supernatural. One day he's going to be in the dock, and he's going to answer for all this. He's going to answer for the genocide in northern Uganda. He's going to answer for the murders in eastern Uganda. And indeed, he's going to account for you. Every mutilated citizen of Uganda, every tortured person will have their field day when Museveni is in the dock. Of course, not just Museveni, but Museveni, his son, and all his accomplices. A day of justice will come, ladies and gentlemen. But let me come back to you, friends, especially those that have joined us today. We welcome you. Although the National Unity Platform is a political party, we are not doing politics as usual. We did not start out as a political party. We are people power. The National Unity Platform is only a political wing of the people power movement. The people power movement has one major objective, is to put an end to the Museveni dictatorship and return power to the people of Uganda. So now that you're joining us, I want to tell you ab initio that we are not doing politics as usual. For us, we are intending to remove a dictator. And everybody whose intention is weakening and ultimately destroying the Museveni dictatorship is our friend, no matter what party they belong to. And everybody whose intention is to help Museveni hang on longer on power even if they're in the opposition. As a matter of fact, even if they belong to the National Unity Platform, those are enemies of the people of Uganda. You have seen so many people who purport to be on the side of the oppressed, who purport to be in the opposition, and some of them purporting to be members of the National Unity Platform, whose words and actions are helping the dictator to hang on more on power. Those are enemies of the people of Uganda. And like I said, anybody who works and speaks for the destruction and end of the Museveni regime, that is a friend of Uganda. That I wanted you to know. While we welcome you to work together, belonging to the NUP in image is only an opportunity for us to work together. But for us, we judge people not by their words, but by their actions. We want to tell you that the people of Uganda are massively awakened and they see through the lies. It has been Museveni's game every time we close in to elections, or every time he wants to divert the nation from something major, he plays some hanky-panky games. He will bring a group of people, no matter where he gets them from, because he has raided our offices, taken our paraphernalia, our t-shirts, our berets, and he has the money, the taxpayers' money, to print even more, dresses them as NUP and parades them as defectors from the National Unity Platform. Even when there are real and genuine people defecting from the dictatorship, we want to tell you that defecting from the NRM is not enough. It is working for the people of Uganda and working in the interest of the people of Uganda that matters. We have seen many comrades that know that Museveni now is on the verge of collapse and is only using terrorism, he's using violence and bribery to hang on to power. We know that just tomorrow you might see some people presenting themselves back to the dictatorship because he has given them money. I want to remind you that for us it's not about money. This is not a contract or a covenant between us, the leadership of the National Unity Platform, and you. It's a covenant between you and the people of Uganda. You do not account to us, you're not accountable to us, but to the people of Uganda, to the people of northern Uganda, to the people of western Uganda, to the people of Rwenzururu, the people of Rwenzori, and all these other places where you come from. So it is those people that you serve, not the leadership of the National Unity Platform. And I hope tomorrow Museveni does not send you millions and then all of a sudden he becomes good. All of a sudden he becomes a saint. The road that you've taken, first of all, is a road of truth. You have taken the right step. Please do not backslide. I thought it's important to remind you of that, ladies and gentlemen. Do not let a person that has humiliated your people again convince you with peanuts. When we remove Museveni, all this money belongs to the people of Uganda. It's supposed to rehabilitate your schools, your hospitals. It's supposed to build your roads, not to bribe you. We've seen many people being bribed to close their eyes to the realities of their people, including leaders. All these leaders can no longer pretend not to see that Museveni is the problem of their regions. Museveni is the #1 tribalist. You know that. For those who still doubt, go look through the ministries. Go look through police. Go look through the military. Go look through all the offices that matter. But again, he will try to play reverse psychology and put it on you. When the black people were oppressed back then, they were not allowed to talk about racism. You talk about racism, they say you are being racist. The same thing Museveni is using in Uganda today. He and those hangers-on around him practice open tribalism. But when we complain about tribalism, then he tags us to be tribalists. Do not fall prey to that. We want to welcome you, comrades. Let us work together. For us, we've never stopped. And we have got a new energy. Let's use it for the better of all of us. We are all Ugandans. And this is a fight between good and evil. And we are glad that you have taken the side of good. I will tell you that our side has its risks. For those who refuse to be compromised, they are arrested, they are framed, they are beaten, they are imprisoned, some are killed. We have some comrades that just survived abduction just yesterday, while others were abducted, as you've been seeing on social media. But we continue pushing on because we know all this will happen, but at the end of the day, Museveni will fall. And when Museveni falls, we shall proceed to build a new Uganda, a Uganda that all of us are going to be proud to belong to. So with those few remarks, comrades, I want to remind you, I want to welcome you and remind you that we are a national party. We are a unifying party. We are, aware of the challenges that other forces of change are facing, and we are working with them. They are our comrades. They are our friends, especially those that stand against the dictator. And those that stand with the dictator are enemies, not only for us, but for the people of Uganda. I thank you for God and my country. For those who don't understand English, I apologize because I'm not going to translate it in Uganda. I want to ask Comrade Adonyo and Comrade Mungu to translate for you in Luganda. I salute you. People power, our power,